Welcome to another episode of Murder the Internet with Jonathan.
And Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi, how you been doing, Jonathan?
I've been all right. I've been
bedridden, in case if you were wondering.
How have you been bedridden?
I haven't been able to get up. I've got gum foot. I got gum foot from being in the trenches.
Wouldn't you get trench foot from being in the trenches?
No, you get gum foot from the trenches. You get trench foot from being in the gum war.
So what is gum foot?
Gum foot is when your left foot is kind of stickier than your right one, so you end up walking in circles.
I bet
you just pivot a lot.
Is that the one where your hip gets pulled out of socket because you're always dragging it behind you and trying to unstick it?
I don't know what either of those words mean, but maybe, probably.
I'm thinking of Elmer's foot.
No, this is gum foot.
Gum foot.
Yeah, and it's real.
So, like, when somebody was a gum shoe,
yes,
they had gum foot?
Yeah, they had two gum feet and gum shoes.
So, like, there was a murder, and they're like, we have to wait for Detective Fizzlebrack to get here.
Yeah, Detective Frizzleback, and he's also the one who invented the mobile scooter. So
right.
detectives could go to crime scenes without their gum feet sticking to the ground.
And they're like, okay, well, it's going to be like 3 days. And then they hear him coming up the stairs. Like,
yep. He's like, be there the century.
Hold on, God damn it.
And in the meantime, there's 8 more murders occurring. It's called driving up business.
You know, why don't you just get in a wheelchair, Detective Gumshoe?
Why don't ambulances cause more accidents and like drive up business?
Because people get out of their way. Oh, you mean why don't they do that as a business model?
I'm saying because they could create their own business.
You know what I would have if I had an ambulance? I'd put a cow catcher on the front of it. I could just plow through crowds of people.
But with a cow catcher? Isn't that what the terrorists did in Spain?
No, they didn't have a cow catcher. That's why so many people died.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you just want to like scoop them up?
Yeah, I would. The thing that a cow catcher does is it protects anything from going underneath the ambulance. So it just moves it out of the way.
I just want to kill people.
Moves it out of the way.
Oh, I get it.
I
get it because that's the sound that a cow catcher makes. Yeah,
anyway.
No, I just want to injure people, you know. I want to get them injured and then drive them to the, say, hey, you want a quick ride to the hospital? It's going to cost you a little extra. You can sit here waiting and bleed to death.
See, but I don't think people are going to want to take a ride from somebody who injured them.
They won't know. When you get injured, you immediately cannot remember how you got injured. That's a fact. That's a fact. I read it on the internet. WebMD. It's called injury fatigue syndrome.
It's cancer, right?
Everything is cancer.
Everything is cancer. Yeah. That's WebMD's motto. If you don't think you have cancer, just give it a couple of seconds.
That's the motto of the internet.
Yeah.
Everything is literally cancer.
As a hypochondriac, it's fun that I go on the internet and I Google things all the time. Like, what's this on my left leg? What's this on my right leg? Turns out their feet, number one cause of cancer, having feet.
Gum.
Feet. Almost everybody who has cancer also had feet.
Really?
Yep.
So that puts you in good company.
Well, I guess so.
Because now at least it's easier to diagnose your problems. Like me, I've got weird problems I can't look up on WebMD. I've got
weird problems?
I have centipede ejaculation violations. That's when centipedes violently fly out of any orifice of my body at any time in the day.
Why is it a violation?
It's a violation of the human condition.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. What else you got going on there?
I got wanky arm. You know, my left arm is kind of wanky. You know,
I didn't notice that.
When you got the gym gums, you get the wanky arm.
So your right leg is gumfoot.
It doesn't.
Your left arm is wanky arm. Doesn't it even itself out?
No, your ignorance is once again showing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
It's not my whole leg. It's just my foot. I got gumfoot. I got wanky janky arm. Makes it hard to type. I can't push the Q button.
I have the boogie woogie fever every once in a while.
I had cat scratch fever.
Yeah, me too.
I also had Pac-Man fever at the same time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so what they told me to do was just take an oatmeal bath. And I did. I ate the whole bath in oatmeal.
Yeah. I had the Mario wrap.
Really?
For a little while.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you can get the Mario wrap. That's the new sandwich they're selling at
Nintendo.
Shabosky's.
Is the Mario wrap?
The Mario wrap, yeah.
Does it come with like a little hat?
No, you don't need hats.
Italian sausage?
No.
What comes on it?
It's just somebody wrote Mario on a piece of paper and they wrap it in bread. $9.
It tastes great.
No.
Well, okay. Besides like my normal things that I freak out about when I go on WebMD, I also have like a bunch of other abnormal, freaget things that worry me. Well, yeah, like every once in a while, I don't know if you get this, but I get this.
Hatred.
My nose will get like full of snot.
Really?
Yeah. And so I go on WebMD and I'm like, what is this? And they go, it's nose cancer. Yeah, those are tumors.
Well, you can blow out the cancer. You know that?
You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
No, that's actually bad. It just makes the cancer worse.
No,
it just makes the cancer angry.
No. That's not true. See, what mucus is nature's cancer.
Mucuses?
Mucuses. What mucus
is the plural of mucus?
Muci.
Muci.
What muci be is cancer. So what you do is, you stick one finger like on your nostril, and then you just blow. See, I kind of sound a little bit different because I'm covering my Yeah, and then you blow the cancer out.
Oh.
It's called cancer expiation.
Well, then what's all this money for chemo and immunotherapy?
Big Pharma.
Damn it.
Yeah, they got their hands in every pot and their other hand in every pie.
Every pot and kettle.
Pot and pie. Pot and pie. Have you been to Pot and Pies? They just opened up in downtown.
No.
They sell Mario wraps.
Do they?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a food I can't stand is pot pie. You know what? I don't mind the ingredients of it. I just mind the deception of it. If I'm going to sit down for pie, I want it to be flaky and I want it to be sweet and I want it to be filled with some kind of fruit. I don't want a bunch of chicken and shit and peas and all sorts of other stuff in there.
Chicken, shit, and peas?
Chicken, shit, and peas. That's all you get in pot pies these days.
I wish I could have a chicken that shit peas. Because on one hand, you've got a full meal there. Make some eggs.
Yeah.
You get chicken breasts and you get peas. I mean, if only some way we could have a chicken made of mashed potatoes too. Like potato wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wings of the chicken are potatoes. They just shove the whole motherfucker in a pot. You got chicken pot pie right there.
You know what I want? I just want them to make a food where I can go into a restaurant and they just blend all of it together, all of the food together, all of it, including the drink, including the plate, including the napkins, including the
silverware.
Cutlery. Yes. And then I just drink all that and then I get the fuck out. They don't even need tables at a place like that. You just stand there and they hand you a big tall glass of it, and you drink all of it and then you wipe your chin and you go, fucking great, and then you move on with your day.
It's called Soylent. It's already out.
Oh.
All the proteins, all the vitamins, all the riboflavins that your body needs to survive in space.
We already discussed this once, but what is the most important vitamin? Because I know we went through all of the vitamins.
L,
which is
L,
which stands for
vitamin L.
You just need lots of L's.
Vitamin L.
Yeah.
Vitamin L. That's the most important one.
Are Asians never mind.
What the heck? I could sense that racism, sir.
Moving on. So you have the gum foot, you got the wanky arms.
I get gum foot, wanky, janky arm.
Oh, I have this weird condition where if I don't have my contacts in, this is going to sound crazy. You're going to think I'm making this up, but it's true. If I don't have my contacts in, sometimes I can't see very well.
Huh. So you couldn't see the movie The Ring where she comes out of the well.
Well, no, I was no. I mean, I can't see in an optimal fashion when things aren't clear. Things are very blurry. So I think I take my contacts out, I'm drunk immediately.
Really?
Yeah.
You're drunk on your body has built up immunity to contacts.
Sure.
And so then when you remove them, you go into withdrawal.
Oh, so I'm getting the contact.
You need to go to Rent-A-Eye.
Tremors.
Rent-A-Eye.
Rent-A-Eye?
Rent-A-Eye.
So I can rent eyeballs.
Yes, you can.
Do they have to go in my? Because I like my eyes.
You just actually glue the eyeballs on top of your eyeballs, and then you connect them to your brain via all these wires.
I'm not doing this.
Why not? This is a good idea.
As soon as you said wires, I was out.
Okay.
I got too many wires going on in my body already.
Cables.
Okay.
So you glue eyeballs on top of your eyeballs, and then you use cables to connect them to the parts of your head where electricity comes out, like in the movies. You know?
What part of your head does electricity come out of, Rich?
All of it.
Every single part of your head.
Haven't you ever seen a movie when they put those little electrodes in people's heads? And then they look at a machine, the machine has a sine wave, and sometimes the sine wave gets bigger or smaller, sometimes it's sawtooth.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing, if you want to see even better, you glue more eyes on top of the already glued eyes on your face. So like the man who can see for miles, who's a real person, the inventor of Rent-A-Eye, he's got 38 eyeballs just stacked.
God damn.
He has to have a support system with like levers and pulleys and winches and all that stuff to keep his eyeballs from falling out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also very powerful glue.
Why wouldn't he just wear a helmet or something, you know?
A helmet? How can you put eyeballs in a helmet?
Well, okay, but he has to wear something like all these winches and everything. Why couldn't he just wear like a clear helmet to keep it all in?
It's more like a crane.
Okay.
It's a crane attached to the last eyeball.
How tall is this crane?
7 feet.
7 feet. That's not too bad. I thought it was going to be bigger than that.
No. I mean, eyeballs don't weigh that much. The typical eyeball weighs 8 ounces.
8 ounces? Mm-hmm. How do you know that?
I drink them. I make protein shakes out of eyeballs. Oh. I mean, you've heard
Is that different if you have like brown eyes? So you get more protein out of that? Blue eyes, green eyes?
I don't do brown eyes.
You don't do brown eyes?
They don't have as much nutrition as blue eyes, green eyes. Surprisingly, albino eyes do have a lot of vitamin L.
What are albino eyes? Are they just clear?
They're eyes from an albino.
Oh. That actually is on WebMD if you go on there. Almost every single time, the cure for everything. And you have to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Nobody gets there because they all get freaked out about being told it's cancer.
And there's also ads that say, do you have cancer? Click here.
Yeah. At the bottom of the page, the cure for everything, albino toenails.
Really?
Yeah. You gotta find an albino. And by the way, you cannot get them from the albino willingly. He can't be like, oh, well, you need some toenails? Here you go. Mm-hmm. You have to get him from when he's sleeping.
Oh.
And it also has to be after, and this is key, after he has watched My Little Pony. So after he's watched that, and then he falls asleep
in Little Dreamland. You're talking about brony albino toenails?
Yep, brony albino.
Oh, man. So
Brony eyeballs. You got to cut them off.
Brony eyeball.
Then you got to put him in a blender in his own house without waking him up. And if
Why
you can do
are there so many fucking rules regarding albino toenails? Why can't you just get them?
I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
I know. I didn't say you made the rules. I was asking why are there so many rules.
I didn't make the rules, so why are you asking me about them?
I'm asking you if you know why there's so many fucking rules.
If I'm studying the Constitution, is somebody going to be like, oh, why is there so many rules of the Constitution? I'd be like, I don't fucking know. I just know that there's a lot.
How many rules are there in the Constitution?
Like 13-ish.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, that's one.
Thou shalt not
eat breakfast.
Yeah. No. That one was struck out.
Oh, really?
By Hamilton.
Oh, good.
God bless it.
It was in
the musical.
It was in Lin-Manuel Miranda actually struck it out.
Let's get rid of breakfast. Let's get rid of breakfast.
No.
Yes,
and that was it. Mm-hmm. It was in the play. Mm-hmm. Third Amendment is, of course, grow your hair as long as your earlobes.
But what if you're in the army?
Then you got to move your ear. You got to turn your ears upside down.
Fun fact: when you join the army, the first thing that they do is they cut off your earlobes
and then paste them back on upside down. That's why they're called jarheads, the Marines.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was they were like Winnie the Pooh, and they saw like some honey. Get their fucking head stuck in a jar.
That's how we went. That's how we got anybody to go to Afghanistan. They're like, hey, I know it's a crazy, scary, hot place, but there might be honey in them hills.
They used to be called fungus fingers. You know that?
Really? I didn't know that.
They moved from fungus fingers to jar heads.
The motto of the Marines is, oh, bother. I didn't know that.
The motto of the Marines is, give it our best.
We'll do what we can.
We might do it.
Yeah. Is it our goal to get our asses kicked eventually with this podcast?
Just because we insult everybody?
Because we insult everybody.
But we do it in a way that we don't actually know what we're saying.
Yeah.
So we kind of...
I mean, I bet there are Marines out there who are like, I do like honey. How the fuck did they know?
No, they're like, I do like honey. Because the jar is obfuscating.
Actually, they're encouraged to eat honey so that they can't talk back to the sergeant.
And also like a post-apocalyptic, post 9/11 kind of science fiction movie, they could get drugs injected into them that makes them better at soldiering. Oh. To soldier the hell out of the other team.
Just soldier the shit out of them.
Yeah. Like a regular soldier, I'm shooting you with my gun. Dirt, I'm missing. And then the super soldier who's getting soldier chemicals is like, time's up, motherfucker.
Whoa.
And just shoots him once, and the guy just explodes everywhere. Everywhere.
When you join the army, do you get your own special catchphrase for when you shoot people and kill people? I think you should.
If you get it tattooed, it's yours.
Oh, okay.
But if two people have the same catchphrase or tattoo...
Well, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people in the military, so...
There's at least two.
Yeah.
There might be three.
I think...
3.
No, my brother-in-law is in the military, so that's 4.
So 4.
Yeah. So do you get your own catchphrase when you join the military?
No. You only get it like in the heat of action.
Oh.
Like,
you can only use it in the heat of action, I'm saying. But you wouldn't want to use it for everything. Like you're taking a shit and you'd be like, oh, I guess that's enough of your attitude, and then flush it.
That is the worst.
I'm saying, well, eventually you're going to have really bad catchphrases, is my point.
Here comes the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in the shit. Now the shit's in the toilet. Flush.
You gotta make it more succinct. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, his biggest catchphrase was "fuck you." Also, the only one he could remember without having a look at the cue card
was just the one he said when his child asked him for money.
Yes.
Oh, fuck you.
Get into fuck you.
Get to the fuck you. That would be great, actually, if Schwarzenegger, we went back and replaced every catchphrase he had in every movie with fuck
No,
you.
just everything he said.
Like, I bet it's a tumor. Fuck you.
Fuck you. That's actually a tagline from Cobra.
Oh, yeah.
With Sylvester Stallone. Fuck you, except he said it in the patented Sylvester Stallone mumbly voice.
My favorite is when Sylvester Stallone in his movies gets really excited about stuff and you can't understand what he's saying.
Yes.
And I told them they weren't going to violence him. Like, okay, this isn't acting anymore. This is just a sad, sad display.
Yes. I mean, he's no Dolph Lundgren.
No.
I'll give him that.
No. Well, Dolph Lundgren is like Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was also the first Punisher.
He was. He was, yeah.
He rode his motorcycle through the sewer system and talked to himself.
That's what the Punisher does. See, that's why I think there's never been a Punisher movie, because how fucking old would that get?
There's been 2 Punisher movies.
Uh-huh. I meant a good one.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're actually doing one right now.
One. They're doing a TV show, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think it's Netflix. I don't think it
TV is entertainment for people too stupid to get to the movie theater.
TV is entertainment for people who don't like getting up off a couch.
TV is entertainment.
I like about it. Mm-hmm.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
I like to watch the shows. Mm-hmm. I like to watch reality shows. What's your favorite?
My favorite reality show?
Yeah.
My Life.
Huh?
Well, it's this weird show my wife got me into where it's just her videotaping me all the time and then showing it back to me, and then we laugh at how stupid I am.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
That's not my favorite show.
It's not really for broadcast or mass consumption. It's just, it's like her watching me shit, and then I look down in the toilet and I go, bye-bye shit, and then flush, and then she's like, see how you did that? That was so good.
Wow, that does sound...
It's just her giving me reassurance and confidence.
But she can't do that off camera.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has to pretend like she's playing
So it's a
part.
performance.
Right, it's a performance, yeah.
Performance art, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like eating chili and forgetting your children's names.
Or doing a podcast.
Oh, there you go. My favorite is It Happened on the Way to the Deli.
That's a good reality show. I've never heard of it.
Because it's just a series of cameras outside of a deli.
Sure.
You pick people, and you follow them on the way to the deli. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it seems a little set up. Because, when the guy was mugged, you haven't seen this, but season 17, episode 12, It Happened on the Way to the Deli, a guy was actually mugged by somebody in a trash can.
In
a trash can, yeah.
A trash
Because he was in the trash can with the lid on. He's like, hey, before you go to the deli, why don't you come over here? I'll plant a big wet one on your forehead. Mm-hmm. The guy's like, I haven't been kissed in so long. I can't wait to talk to this trash can. He goes over there. The lid flies.
He's so desperate for a kiss, he's willing to...
And the deli.
To kiss a disembodied voice in a trash can?
It's free, though. I mean, how can you turn down free?
I'm not going to pretend my standards are higher than that, but come on.
If I was walking by a trash can and it offered to kiss me, you better believe I'd pucker up.
Okay.
So anyways, this guy goes over to the trash can, he opens it up, and the guy's like, just kidding, I want your wallet. And the guy goes, well, will you kiss me afterwards? He's like, yeah, sure. And then so he gives him his wallet.
Make the fuck out.
He does not kiss him.
Doesn't kiss him.
No, and he can't even get to the deli. Well, he could get to the deli, but he doesn't have money to pay for the deli anymore.
So that's just one episode.
Yeah, of what it happened on the way to the deli.
So wait, when he gets to the deli, then is that when the credits roll?
He doesn't even go to the deli.
He doesn't even make it to the deli.
No. He gets to the deli. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen this in quite some time.
Right, sure.
But he gets to the deli, and then he starts, feeling his pants pockets, and he's like, oh shit, I just gave it to the man who was going to kiss me in the trash can. Credits roll. Yeah.
Done with the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually my favorite part of any show.
When it's over?
When the credits roll. I like to see everybody who's involved in the show, everybody who made that magic happen. That's why I get mad when there's these auteurs who I have to write, direct, edit, and star in my own show. And it's just like one guy, and hey, it was Bill, I hate that shit. I want to see everybody involved. I want to know who was bringing you snacks. Mm-hmm. I want to know who installed the air conditioning. I want to know...
Best boy.
I want to know...
Key grip.
Who was the feet.
Yeah.
I want to know who was the foot.
Yeah, who was the foot?
Who was the foot?
That's the tagline.
Who was the foot?
Tagline of a movie just has a question mark, and then underneath, who was the foot?
You can put that on everything.
Coming November.
Silence of the Lambs. Who was the foot?
Yeah.
It makes it better because it's familiar but also confusing. So everybody's like, I know what those words are.
Yeah, they do
but I've
mean
never
something.
seen them together. So you put it Forrest Gump. Who was the foot?
Yeah. Makes you really wonder. I don't like it when they do the credits, but they smush them down at the bottom. And then they show like more of like the shit that they cut out originally.
I like it when they show the credits and they speed them up at a certain point towards the end, and you can tell. Like, I just feel bad because there's probably some guy who was, the shoelace expert or whatever they had for Shoelace the movie. And he's there with his kids. You're like, yep. Got to see Daddy's name on the big screen. That's right. They didn't invite me to the premiere, of course, so we needed to pay to go see this. But
and there it goes.
And it was. Did you see it? You could just lie to your kids and say, "Yeah, that was I know. I helped on this movie. My name was there at the end."
Or you could just lie to your kids and say, "My name was Tom Hanks," and then show them a Tom Hanks film. Say, "That's me, Tom Hanks."
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look anything like
Tom Hanks.
It's me, Mario rap. The thing about TV shows and movies that I really hate is the beginning of a Lifetime Network movie because they're always done so poorly. Even if it's a great Lifetime Network movie about people being abused.
Those are always the most satisfying. Yeah. So they always start off the same way. It's a woman coming home with groceries.
No.
And there's soft music playing in the background.
No.
While she unloads the groceries.
You're not the expert at Lifetime Network movies like I am.
I think I am, because everyone I've seen, that is exactly the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Every one you've seen one. I've seen millions. Every millions I've seen start off with some woman in peril about to get stabbed. It's raining, there's thunder, and then it says 6 months earlier. That's how they start.
And then she's opening the groceries and putting them away.
Yeah.
And, honey, I can't remember. Did you want socks?
You fucking bitch, I'm gonna beat you.
Right. But did you want socks?
I love the Lifetime Network movies where it's clear that the guy is just this incredible sociopath asshole killer.
And she just doesn't see it.
But there'll be little hints like, some guy will go up, can I have some change? And the guy will just shoot him in the face. and the wife will be like, honey, did you mean to do that? And then he's like looking at the camera with this evil look, and he turns to his wife and has this fake smile. And he's like, oh, no, it was just an accident. It'll never happen again, honey. And she's like, oh, good.
See, my problem with Lifetime movies is I don't know who to root for.
I root for anybody who's going to get killed. Okay, first of all, the protagonist's friend always dies.
Always dies.
She finds out the information on the bad guy. She says, I need to tell you something very important about the man that you call your husband. Meet me 9:00 p.m. on the pier. It's so important. She can't leave it on the message.
No, she couldn't do that. Well, he might hear it.
Yeah, well, and that's what happens. Either the bad guy finds the message and then erases it, or the woman's just like, okay, well, I'll meet her there. And then on the way there, before, the husband heard it, so he goes there and he offs the woman.
Right.
And he throws her into the ocean.
Once the information, and it's her husband in a trench coat.
Yes. Yeah. And he kills the woman, throws her into the ocean, and then says something like, have fun visiting the magical underwater city of Atlantis, bitch.
Is that the way every single one goes?
I'm paraphrasing. Okay. And then she'll look all around the pier, then she won't be able to find anybody.
Nothing appears.
Yeah, nothing appears. Very, very good. I was about to say that, but then I figured it'd be too stupid, so I didn't.
Yep, I know. I saw that look in your eyes, and I went for it.
Yeah. It was jealousy and also hatred. So anyway, she comes back, and the husband somehow beats her. Well, he does beat her, but he also gets there before her. And then she walks in, and he's like, why are you here so late? Didn't your work end at 5? And
she's like, you were just beating me on the pier.
Yes.
Oh, now you know where I'm at all the time.
And the husband's always possessive. That's the great thing about it. And the woman has no, these women have no problems with this horrible possessiveness that the guy has. Like, was that dog looking at you? And it shows him beating the dog to death with a mallet. No one looks at my wife, the stupid bitch.
That would be actually quite a turn for a Lifetime movie, would be the aloof husband. Where she's like, honey, I have to work late tonight. Oh, okay, I'll just make the kids dinner.
Well, no, but then she's having an affair.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, your breath smells like dick. And she's like, yeah, I was sucking some dude's dick. And he's like, no, whatever. Okay.
Dinner's in the oven.
I'm just going to go upstairs and watch some TV.
Are you sure you're not going to kill him?
No, why would I care?
You might want to, because, he's getting the goods. That's what she calls getting laid the goods.
Getting laid. He's giving me
the goods.
I'm getting the goods all up in my gut, sweetie. And he's like, oh, here, yeah.
The passive husband.
The passive husband, yeah.
I also like the ones where people get on drugs. Like when kids get on drugs, because it
like
always,
3-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, the average 3-year-old child is on drugs.
Oh, of course they are.
But the movie always starts off with like this so sweet, like the family's getting together. They're always having fun. You've got that soft filter. You've got the white diffusion filter. You know, everything just looks so great. Their family is so wonderful and loving. Then all of a sudden, the gateway is open to drugs. Because she hangs out with that tall, athletic white boy.
Right.
Who always... And
the athletes, in my experience going to high school, the athletes, all of them on drugs.
Oh, yeah. When I went to Vanderbilt, I was on the same floor as the football team. Marijuana everywhere.
Sure.
As soon as you open the door to the hallway, it's just weed central USA. Also, the football team lost a lot of games.
Yeah, I was going to say that every college player that I've talked to had extensive drug testing.
Yeah, look up Vanderbilt's football team.
It's kind of great, though, that they lost and they're probably just like,
This was the years when Vanderbilt had a coach named Woody Weidenhofer. The first catchphrase that he had was, "It's time for Woody Ball." I'm not kidding. And then the next one, and then they thought, okay, well, this one...
Any coach with a catchphrase, by the way...
Well, it was like the try to draw people to it.
I get it. But still.
Okay, but this is how bad the team got. The next year's catchphrase was, and I swear to God, have fun, expect to win. I am not kidding.
Wait, hold on. Was that like a series of events? Or was
go to the game, they're
was that like, hey, have fun and expect to, if you have fun, you will win, or these two things are going to happen.
You're
going to have fun and you're going to expect to win, but unfortunately it's Vanderbilt and they're going to suck.
I really don't know. All I just know is that whenever they showed that or said it, I just started laughing. This is the most non-committal phrase ever. Have fun, expect to win.
Yeah.
Why don't you just show up, maybe?
You know what a good Lifetime movie would be? TV movie would be?
Yeah.
We're talking about that. The aloof husband, certainly, but the passive-aggressive husband would be pretty good, too.
Oh, so he just like leaves shit out.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Did you trip over that? I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry. And she goes to college and she doesn't tell him, and then he finds out and she comes home and he's like,
She's been going to college for 7 years. He hasn't noticed.
He just figures it out and goes, so,
you think you're smarter than me?
you think you're smarter than me? I got a quiz for you. Who's a real bitch around here?
2 times 8.
Yeah.
2 times 8 equals you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're a bitch. I'm sorry. I didn't, so...
Maybe you didn't take the college course in figuring out if your wife is a bitch.
You gonna make dinner, or do you want me to make...
Did you study dinner at college?
Yeah. He knows she's going to college, so he intentionally makes sure that she has to take the car with almost no gas in it, just because he's like, yeah, fuck her. She'll have to get gas on her way to college.
He starts every sentence with, so since you're not going to college. She's about to leave, and so since you're not going to college, can you give me some Taco Bell that I expect to be warm by the time you come back in 10 minutes? Okay, that's good. That's we've got the
aloof husband, the passive-aggressive
passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
Because, the Lifetime Network, there's only so many times you can make a movie about a guy beating the shit out of his wife.
Before you start to really become desensitized to it.
Well, no.
If there's one where the guy beats the woman unconscious and then sets her on fire, the next one where the guy just threatens her with a knife or something and then she runs away, that's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the best ones are the ones where the woman has to fake her own death and then she moves to the other coast under a new name, and the guy's still looking for her. He spends all his time looking for her, and you're thinking, okay, first of all, this guy doesn't like the woman because he beats the shit out of her. But now he's spending his entire life trying to find where she is to beat the hell out of her again.
Yeah. There are opposite movies, not on Lifetime, but there was a movie with Tim Matheson.
That's an opposite of a movie.
It was a TV show movie with Tim Matheson. I remember in the early 90s. And
from Wings?
No, it was a guy from Animal
Wings.
Yes, Animal Wings. Right. And it's his wife poisons him.
Selenium.
And with selenium. And then she buries him, but he doesn't die because he's not dead. And then because she's a bitch, she buried him in this really cheap casket. Yeah. So he has to punch his way out of the casket and does.
Oh, it's called Tim Matheson's Punch in the Casket.
Matheson's casket punch. And then he goes home and it's raining and shit, and he gets into the house and he goes upstairs and his hands are all bleeding and everything, and all cut up from
casket punching,
which who hasn't been there? No. And so he drops a bunch of alcohol, pours a bunch of alcohol into the sink, and then dips his hands in it, and it's like and it's all Tim Matheson. He's like and then he pulls him out and he goes, "Honey, I'm home." And then he builds this gigantic maze.
Wait, hold on. He says that after screaming at the top of his lungs.
No, he goes, "Oh!" Like that's as loud as he gets. And I swear to God, this is a real movie. I don't know why I'm remembering so many details of this when I can barely remember my kids' names. But and then maybe this is why. But then he builds like this giant labyrinth of wood in the house because he's a carpenter.
Yeah, of course.
And they have to like escape, but he ends up like killing them both or something at the end. I don't remember how it ends, but I just remember that.
How long did it take him to make a home labyrinth?
Well, he knocked them out. He gave them the same poison.
For how long?
I guess long enough.
Did he bury them? I once got an email from the Lifetime Network back when my site, back when people actually read the sites. I was making fun of Lifetime Network movies. This is like 2002, and the woman said, I was like, why does every Lifetime Network movie follow the same formula, blah, blah. I had an article about it, and somebody from Lifetime Network actually said, well, if men didn't actually do things like this, then we wouldn't have to make movies about it.
But the point is, why do you only make movies about it? Why do you only do that? It's not the hero's journey. I get like if you're copying that because it's a formula that's worked for 2,000 years, but for the love of God, maybe try a different plot.
Well, that's why they have the teens on drugs now. It's always found out when the kid goes to school and the mom's just innocently putting clothes away in the daughter's room. And then all of a sudden she finds this bag and she's like, is this oregano? I bet this is oregano. Let me see.
Is this oregano?
What the fuck? I'm your son. You've been smoking the oregano, Mom.
Yeah. Give me that.
And then she eventually gets, them back on the right side of the tracks at the end.
Off of their
oregano. Or they die. One of the two.
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting take on drugs that TV movies have. It's like they smoke pot, their lives are ruined. Because my experience with smoking pot is I smoke pot and I sleep. And TV's funnier. And I'm not funnier. But everything else around me is just a little bit better. Like, that's pretty much it. And that's my experience with pot. Then I go to sleep. Whereas my experience with alcohol is I drink it, then I throw up, and then I hate myself.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
But there's no Lifetime movie about the dangers of drinking wine coolers.
In real life, and by real life I mean in the movies, when you take the marijuana drug, then it leads to all the other drugs.
Of course.
You got the pills. You got the pills.
The Pillsbury.
First you start taking the pills.
You're eating Pillsbury dough.
Yeah, they never identify what the pills are.
That's what it is. That's what pills does.
It really?
Yeah, you're just chugging dough.
Well, that's the yeast you could do.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you've got the pills, and then
you do. God damn it! How dare you make fun of and get angry about my appear thing earlier when you just said
it almost slipped by you. It almost slipped by.
Because I was like, "There's no way." He said, "No, he did. He did," because I can see that look on his face. He said, "The yeast you can do." God damn it! Anyway, moving on.
So, anyways, then it's pills, and then it's injecting things. It doesn't really say what. I'm assuming heroin, whatever. Sure. But she's injecting things. And then the mom has to track her down. Then this is always the case. She goes to the police like, can you help me? My daughter's been kidnapped and she's on drugs and she's committed crimes and blah, blah. And the police are like, there's nothing we can do unless she shows up dead. Because the police, how's a mother supposed to get justice? How is a mother supposed to get justice?
The Lifetime movie. Yeah, that is exactly. Like every Lifetime movie.
One Mother's Justice.
One Mother's Justice.
And I swear to God, that's the title of at least 12 Lifetime Network films. Yes.
What was the Sally Field movie when she was in Saudi Arabia?
Two Mothers Justice.
Yeah, Two Mothers Justice.
One.
Yeah.
Two Mothers, One. Just the sequel.
Anyway, so Mother's Justice. Mothers are always out for justice. That would be, how there were the syndicated shows back in the 90s, like Renegade. Where it was like one guy looking to avenge stuff and whatever.
Yeah, avenge stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that needed avenging.
Or Kung Fu, where he's just going from town to town.
Yeah, he saw like a gumball machine that was broken. He's like, this gumball machine needs to be avenged.
Right. And so it'd be a Mother's Justice where it's just like, she's got the mom jeans. She's got a sensible sweater.
With shoulder pads.
And she's riding a gigantic fucking nasty Harley chopper.
And every episode would be about her daughter being scorned. Every single time. Like, every episode her daughter fucks up or gets fucked up or something.
Yeah.
So she just has to avenge the shit out of her daughter.
It's a different daughter every episode. Different actors, different age every episode. Like, one episode's a 7-year-old daughter who's playing Ring Around the Rosie, and some kid's like, hey, fag. And then you hear in the background...
She's playing Ring Around the Rosie, and some guy's like, hey, you want to try heroin? And she goes, yeah, sure, why not? And every episode, the kid has the same name. So you're just supposed to forget.
Right, yeah. Oh, Brit Timothy.
Brit Timothy?
Brit Timothy, yeah.
Brit Timothy. I don't know about the motorcycle. You got to work up to the motorcycle.
Okay, fine. Let's say she has a scooter.
See, she
has a moped.
Well, no. See, like, a mom head?
I said mom head.
Okay. Mm-hmm. See, like, you got to work up to it. Like, at first, the woman's, like, completely clueless. She doesn't even know what a drug is.
Sure.
She thinks the world is full of good.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah,
like
blah.
women do.
Yeah. Yep. And if somebody attacks her, all she does is lay there and get raped and think about not being raped. Yeah. And then at the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie, once, like, the tables have been turned and enough is enough and too much is not enough and too much is too many, she all of a sudden starts getting, into the whole action vibe where it shows her doing the training sequence. And then, so she's lifting weights.
She's just going up to the school and be like, I'd like to have a discussion with the students. And then they have a discussion about bullying. And then by the end of the series, she's like mowing down chain link fences with Bigfoot.
The school is on fire. With all the kids trapped in.
She grabs one of the kids with the chain and drags him behind the Bigfoot truck, whatever it is.
You're guilty of some crime. No, I really haven't done anything. You will then.
Yeah.
It's called preemptive murder.
She's playing tetherball with the teacher's head. A mother's justice.
One mother's justice.
One mother's justice. Two mother's justice. Three.
Stop it. You're off the rails. But yeah, she's always like this pansy pushover in the beginning. And, like the husband will break something and then he'll say, pick up that glass vase that I just broke with your lips.
Oh, I didn't know how that was going to end.
Yeah.
That would actually be a good movie. Like, you start that sentence and then the rest of the movie is you going, and people are like, is he going to say legs?
It's this long shot that just keeps it going.
People are like going in and out of the house.
She's asleep. They do that time night sped up sequence where you see the sun rising and lowering.
They're communicating to you just by writing notes. Dad, you want grapes?
And at the end he just
blink twice for yes. Okay.
At the end he just gets stabbed. I'm tired of waiting for you to finish your sentence. One woman's justice.
You could end it with him still going credits. And then at the end, part 2, question mark. And then part 2 picks up where they left off.
No, he gets stabbed and dead. It shows him funeral and blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the movie, right when it's about to end, it shows him in the casket and you hear a really low hips. It was Tombstone. It says he died doing what he loved.
Is Tombstone's 15 miles long?
They have to keep on gluing tombstones to it.
That's how you get your wall, Trump.
There you go. Yes,
yeah,
we figured out
you get your wall.
You get the wall. You get the wall to keep the Mexicans out by having a woman stab a man who said the word lips too long
for hours at a time
and isn't really dead.
No, he's fine.
They have this movie called Stalked by My Doctor.
Stalked?
Stalked.
I'm from St. Louis, so it comes out weird. Stacked by my doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's starring Eric Roberts, of course. Because, what movie has not had Eric Roberts in it?
Does he always play a dick?
He plays Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
No, he was good in that the ambulance movie from the 80s that Larry Cohen wrote.
Don't know what that is.
It was really good. It was just about this ambulance that took this girl that he was being a dick to right away. It took her off, and then he couldn't find where she was, and then I don't remember what it was. But yeah, for every 1 second that goes by in real time, Eric Roberts has appeared in 2 new movies. That's a general rule of thumb.
It's sad that he's just trading on his sister's fame at this point. Like, it's just,
my wife,
Julia Roberts' sister.
My wife didn't even know that they were related until I told her like about a year ago. She goes, "You're right. I never thought of that.
They look exactly alike."
Yeah, but you just, well, one's a man, one's a woman.
I guess so.
I don't remember which one's which, but yeah, Stalked by My Doctor is hilarious. I got to show you it because Eric Roberts is this girl's doctor, obviously, and then he starts hitting on her and he gets more and more possessive and insane. And there's this one scene where he's in a restaurant. I'm trying to remember. He's in a restaurant and some woman calls him and says she's breaking up with him. And he slams down the phone and shouts, "Unfriended!" I'm not kidding. It is the greatest delivery ever.
Well, that is the thing, is he's great in those movies, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he is in nothing but terrible movies, but he's great in them. It's like the opposite of Nicolas Cage, who's in a bunch of terrible movies, and he's awful in them. But if you put Nicolas Cage in a good movie, he's usually actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He only rises, that's almost, you have to appreciate that about him. He only rises to the talent of everyone else around him in the movie. Like, you put a bunch of talented people around Nicolas Cage, he'll be like, okay, I'll act the shit out of this. And you get like an adaptation. You put a bunch of shitty people around him, and you get every other Nicolas Cage movie I can think of.
What was that movie that was made? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, there's this movie called Deadfall, and it has not only Nicolas Cage in it, but it's got Charlie Sheen, and it's directed by Francis Ford Coppola's retarded son, Christopher Coppola.
Well, Nicolas Cage is Francis Ford Coppola's like nephew or something.
Yeah. That's how they got him in, and he plays this hitman who is just absolutely insane, and everything that he does is utterly hilarious.
I was shocked that this is from 1993.
Yeah, I mean, this was when they still were actually, basically movie stars and not people who can't move their face anymore because of the Botox injections.
I think that the thing with Nicolas Cage is most people think that, his career started to go downhill. I've always maintained, no, it was always at the bottom of the hill. And then occasionally he'd have a peak, like Leaving Las Vegas and
he's like
Honeymoon in Vegas.
The white Cuba Gooding Jr. Where his next movie will either be just balls out shit or it'll be really good.
Yeah.
And usually it's just balls out shit.
Here's the description of Deadfall. After he accidentally kills his father, Mike, during a sting, Joe tries to carry out Mike's dying wish by recovering valuables that Mike's twin brother... Okay, I'm getting lost in the description of the movie.
It's supposed to be film noir, too.
Okay.
And it's not. It's film stay away from. I was going to try to think of something witty to say. I just ended it with that. Yeah, but I got to show you Deadfall, then, because it's really good.
Nicolas Cage was in what the hell was
Con
that?
Air.
Con Air, which is my favorite movie of all time. Actually,
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
What
I love about Con Air is Nicolas Cage goes to jail for defending. I think it's his wife. It's been since I was like 12 when I saw that movie, but I believe he's defending either his pregnant wife or just some woman from a bunch of rapists.
Yeah,
and he goes a little bit overboard by killing them. Mm-hmm. And he goes to jail for that.
Well, yeah, because remember, he's a good guy, so he has to be in jail for good reasons.
Right, for good reasons. For protecting a woman from being raped, which, I mean, we have a whole cell block full of fuckers with that,
Yeah.
Yeah. You think you're innocent? Well, why didn't you let that woman get raped?
Mm-hmm. Do you respect women?
I'm
a woman respecter.
Go to jail.
You better respect a woman or either kill her and have a Lifetime network based on you.
Teach you to respect women. We'll put you in jail with a bunch of men who rape women.
And you'll balance them out. They put him in the jail cell and just him and another one disappear. It's like matter and antimatter.
Nowadays, if you had like, I honestly do, I hate the part of me that wants to see this, but I do want like some alt-right douchebags to do DVD commentary on a movie. Because if they were watching that, they'd be like, oh, look at him virtue signaling by protecting the woman. What a cuck.
What a false flag. Yeah. So let's watch Deadfall.
Let's watch Deadfall.
Okay.
All right.